Day 4 of riding Africa to the Arctic. We're here in St. Lucia, South Africa, and today we're headed about 160 miles down the coast to Durban because a few days ago, Sweet Shakti here got pretty beat up in the mountains of Eswatini. And in a few days, we're going to be tackling a mountain pass into Lesotho. And right now, she's not ready for that. So today we're taking her to the doctor in Durban to get her checked out. And as always, we're navigating old school, no GPS. Let's go.
All right, see ya. We're here in the home of the hippo, St. Lucia, South Africa, right here on the coast, in an estuary actually. And my hope for coming here was to see hippos roaming through town, as they do on the reg. However, I didn't see any wandering through town, aside from these two here. But I did go on a little hippo tour, and you can see that in the last episode. But yeah, apparently they roam right down here on the main street. And you gotta watch out, you gotta stay clear, because they've actually... a hippo crossing, stop when light is activated. Yeah, they come right through town, and they've hurt people before. So, in fact, they kill more than any other animal in Africa aside from the mosquito. Anyway, we're leaving Hippo Town right now, and we're headed to Durban, as I mentioned, because Shakti got a little beat up the other day. Totally my fault. And we're gonna do a few repairs on her and possible upgrades as well. And I actually did a little work on her myself over the last couple days, because I spent a little bit of time here, and I fixed the grip here. It had come loose, so I just glued it back on. The main thing today is really getting Shakti checked out at Dr. Harry at the biker store, and they do Harleys there. Not just Harleys, but that's one thing they do. Oh, and the rain's coming down. I don't know if I'm on the right road. Hang on. Hello. How are you doing today?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm all right.
Okay.
Wow. I want to get to the end too.
All right.
How do I get there?
It's easy, man. You use the part there. You see the side. Now you're gonna take your right on the side.
So I go this way and then right.
But near ShopRite supermarket, you turn right on that side.
Once I see ShopRite, I'll know.
Yeah. When
Cheers.
Then you'll see the bridge. Then straight up ahead.
I'll cross the bridge.
Yeah.
Thanks, brother.
All right. Okay. Enjoy your journey.
Cheers. Thank you.
Nice bike, man.
Thank you. I'm still getting to know her, but
Oh yeah. Okay.
neutral. All right. Thank you. Okay. Oh, the rain is coming down. It does not bode well for the navigation today. Yeah, so we're not using GPS. That's the rule of the trip if you're just tuning in now. But then these are all instructions for getting to for getting to the bike doctor, the biker store in Durban. Because Durban is a major metropolis, so it's kind of tricky. Okay, so there's a ShopRite. Turn it right here. Okay, we're coming up to a turn here. This, I believe, is the N2. The big road to Durban. Yep. And then there's the N2, so we're gonna get on there somehow. So So those are the situations that are kind of dangerous and I want to avoid. So where I'm going straight on a road and then there's some guy who's trying to turn right. So that's a very common... Okay, I think this is the end too. I think this is our entrance here. Yeah, okay, we're good. But yeah, so a few things I want to do to mitigate that risk of people turning in front of me because they don't see me. One thing I want to do is get spotlights here and here, the kind that you typically see on adventure bikes. I also want to get a much louder horn because, I mean, that sounds like a mosquito farted basically. And I know they make, well, I've owned a much louder horn for a motorcycle before. I'm thinking about Christmas lights too. We might save that for the North Pole. I think Shakti wants to pass this guy. Okay, well, it's starting to rain, so I'm gonna look for a place to pull over and put on my waterproofs. I'll just quickly do that here. And you really have to pull off the road. Hello. You got to pull off the road because a lot of the slower moving traffic uses the kind of the breakdown lane as like an actual lane. So that's why I'm going over here. Let me see. Yeah, better safe than sorry. Gonna put on my rain gear. Should be able to just slip it right on. Okay, don't fall over. And as you can see, my boots have a little damage. These are not new boots, and might be time for a replacement in the next year or so. We'll see. All right, pants done. I wonder what they're doing with all this eucalyptus. I'm gonna make a note to Google that. All right, so that is the plan. Drop off Shakti at the doctor, Dr. Harry, then go to the Airbnb, drop off my stuff. Let's do it. Getting better at U-turns. But U-turns are definitely tricky because my left arm or right arm is fully extended when I do a tight U-turn, and it feels awkward. It feels like if I have to adjust, it'll be awkward. So all right, let's do it. Okay. Yeah, I have a little less control with these gloves on, but it's okay. Okay, so regarding our little doctor's office visit today, what I want to do today basically is, there's a number of things. Number one is get the chain tightened. We've got the chain conversion on this bike, and we've gone about maybe, I don't know, 700 miles or so. So it's time for the chain to be tightened. I was gonna do it myself yesterday when I was cleaning and lubing the chain, but I really did not want to mess it up. Another thing is I want to resolve this red light issue. I think it's because my key fob, which is a proximity related thing, is running out of batteries. Furthermore, I want to check into the suspension for sure. So right now, I believe I have the stock suspension, and we don't have a lot of clearance. And so if it's possible to adjust the preload, I mean, I don't think it's probably already maxed out. But if it's not, I can try that. Otherwise, we can look for new suspension, which would definitely be expensive, I think. Oh man, looks like we've got some serious rain ahead, which does not bode well for the directions, so I gotta commit those to memory ASAP. All right, let's pass this guy. Glad I've got my gear on. And actually what's happening is that the marker ink from these directions is dripping on Shakti's tank here, which is not good. So I'm gonna pull over and take those directions down. Oh man. Hang on, I'm gonna get back on the road here. Oh. All right. Yeah, rain kind of sucks. I'll put this in my pocket. Let's do it. Okay. We're about 88 kilometers in, 89 kilometers in. Oh, and that's the other thing I want to get checked out today is the odometer and the speedometer, because I think we're about 7% too fast due to the chain conversion. So some people selling bananas, avocados, and various other fruits there that I can't recognize. Oranges, who knows what else. Anyway, let's see if we can do this without making a scene. You know, if I had an Apple Watch or something, that would probably make this easier. Hello. This is going to take a while. Please work. Thank you. All right, relatively painless. So we've done about 131 kilometers. We might even be around halfway. And as you can see, this kind of sucks. I got my head down here because if I put my head up, I think water is getting into my helmet somehow. All right, looks like we have some kind of a police stop. Not exactly sure what this is. Oh geez, it's an accident. Not good. Yeah, really not good. Jeez. All right, be careful. Okay, so this freaking sucks. This does not feel very safe. Visibility is pretty limited, and I keep getting water on my face somehow. Okay, I think this is my turn on the M41. I memorized the rough directions for this area, you know, basically what exit I have to take. But if I miss the exit and I'm stuck on the highway, you know, it's just not, it's not going to be ideal. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the left. It's the M41, and I definitely wrote down M41. Yes, okay, I'm gonna take it. Let me think, west or east? I guess we're going west. Yeah, this was probably a mistake, actually.
Okay, so I'm trying to get to the biker store in Durban, which is right down there. And I'm actually at this intersection here, that M41, you see that? And I took the wrong turn. Instead of going east, I went west. So I'm going up there towards Cornovia Mall or whatever, Mount Edgecombe.
I don't remember doing a little loop like that, so. All right, so the highway apparently just ended, or at least there's stoplights up here. And yeah, so I definitely took the wrong turn. I should have passed that large interchange and taken the second left. R102. We were initially going to take the R102 into Durban. If we take the 102 going in the other direction, then that will put us back on track. All right, we're going to make a U-turn here. Let's just do it. Okay, so I'm hoping we'll see a sign. Here we go. Okay, Mount Edgecombe. That means nothing to me. Okay, M41 straight ahead. So now we are on the right track. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna keep going straight here on the M41. Or yeah, M12, I'm sorry, yeah. So this is right. Yeah, okay. And then we're going to take this for about 4 kilometers. And then do something else. Kind of a swanky neighborhood. Wow, look at these trees. That is cool. And there's the ocean. Cool. Oh, dangerous situation. Yeah, those situations are the ones I seek to make myself the most visible in, because it's a common cause of accidents for motorcyclists. I'm gonna hang a right after a BP station. So we still got 2 more kilometers to go, and then it should be on the right. Here's a BP station, and yeah, this is just about at the right kilometerage. Sagewood, yeah, that's the turn. Might just do this. Okay, this is it. We turn right here on Glen Anil, and this will take us most of the way. So Glen Anil is the area where the bike shop is in. I think we'll find out how long it'll take to do these mods and what it'll cost to do some of these mods. Notably the suspension, which is the big question mark for me. It'll be amazing to have kind of beefed up suspension on Shakti, but you know, it could also take a long time to get those parts if it has to be ordered from the US, and I don't want to hang around in Durban for that long. I mean, I'd love to experience Durban more, but we got to hit the road. We got to start heading north, because winter is kind of looming. I mean, it doesn't feel like that right now, but for me to get to the northernmost point accessible by road in Europe, I have to minimize my days of just hanging around. Did we just hit the intersection there? Oh, okay, yeah, great. Old North Coast Road. Oh, here it is. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, so the shop should just be right across the street. Maybe it's actually in here. Yeah, okay, I think we have to loop around. But I'm pretty sure it's in here. Man, that guy's just taking a leak. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it right there. Iconic custom workshop. Hand-built motorcycles. Ooh, geez. It's bottomed out there. Oh, bottomed out again. All right, I guess we will stop there.
Okay, so before I even landed in South Africa, I'd been messaging a guy named Harry about Harley parts and whether this whole plan was insane. And Harry is not who I expected to find in Durban. He's actually German and settled here with his wife 20 years ago after sailing the world for the better part of a decade. Now he spends his days doing what he's always loved, working on Harleys.
All right, Shakti, ready to go to the doctor? Okay, I think this might be us. Yeah, number 16. Hello. Hi, Harry. Good. Should I pull her on up or? Up.
Oh, you're stranded.
Am I bottomed out there?
You are low, eh?
She's low.
Yeah.
I'll try again. Oh, it says the side stand is down.
Make it. Or put down again, I'll put her up.
All right. Yeah, the bash plate took about an inch off of her clearance, I think. So.
Leave it down there.
All right.
You didn't get too wet.
Thankfully not. Towards St. Lucia, it was raining.
Okay. Oh, you
But
from that side.
yeah.
Oh. Hello. Nice to finally meet you. Might be a bit longer.
Is there a preload adjustment on?
Yeah, they are adjustable in hardness.
Okay.
Did you adjust these to the hardest setting?
You know, I assumed they had done so. That's another thing I wanted to ask you about.
In any case, if you make it harder, it doesn't make it higher. So
Okay.
you ideally want a little bit harder and a little bit higher, right?
Yeah.
So we can try put these on and measure. Can't actually remember. You see, they're probably good shocks. They only came off because they're a little bit damaged here.
Sure.
But they'll still work.
Okay.
Would you mind that they are damaged?
Well, I mean, if they're still working, that's fine.
Yeah, that's just external damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was an accident bike, I remember now. So insurance paid for it, but these are good shocks. I'll say we give it a try. Because they seem to be a little bit longer. You know, centimeters or not when it comes to rear suspension.
Sure.
What I've noticed though is I've been bottoming out a fair amount, and this has already been kind of bashed in. And I see these wires here.
Let's put her on the bench.
Okay. You want a hand or? Oh, okay.
And push.
If this suspension doesn't work for whatever reason, I was wondering if spacers would be an option to get a little bit more clearance.
Yeah, it's possible to manufacture a piece of steel and to weld it onto here. You have lowering kits here, but nobody ever asked me to raise his Harley ever.
I wanted to do Sani Pass. And
it's gonna be a tricky one so low.
you know, yeah.
You see you're this low here. That's your lowest point.
Yes.
What else?
So suspension, chain. I have a question about the triple tree here. So when I was in Eswatini, I had to really force her, and it got kind of loose.
Did you tighten it here?
I tried to. I only have an adjustable wrench for that size, and I wasn't able to really.
Rubber mounted, and with this long handlebar, you have a lot of lever.
Yeah. Is that too loose, do you feel? Is that pretty normal? Yeah, okay.
You're not supposed to hang onto the handlebar anyway, but you know that. Yeah, but I would say we put on the other shocks. Well, first we try to stiffen these a little bit. So that's the hardest setting for them.
So now it's on the hardest setting.
Yeah, it will be a lot less soft now. But
What?
it's still the same height.
And what was it set to before?
The softest setting.
The softest setting. Well, that's awesome. It's good to know.
Still soft.
But no, you're good.
Okay, so I had a dilemma here. My old suspension wasn't cutting it. I was bottoming out all the time, including on small speed bumps, and it wouldn't let me go to the places where I really wanted to go in South Africa and beyond, namely off-road sections including Sani Pass, the renowned mountain pass in South Africa that I really wanted to do on this trip. But my other option was this suspension that Dr. Harry found, which had been damaged in a motorcycle accident, so I wasn't really sure if it was going to hold up. Also, it was only about an inch or so longer than my other suspension, which would mean at most another ½ inch of clearance in the middle of the bike, which is where I needed it the most. But Dr. Harry seemed to think it would be a meaningful improvement, and I trusted him, so I decided to try out the new suspension.
Because we are in Africa, we don't have electric tools yet.
Okay. When are those coming?
Probably next year.
All right.
That's an African thing next year. Try to raise it up a little bit.
Testing out the new suspension. Apparently there's a bad road right around the corner. So all right, already. Okay, so my main camera ran out of batteries at this point, but basically what I was trying to do was test this new to me suspension, see how it felt, see how stiff it was, and most importantly, test the clearance. So that's why I was hopping the curb here to see if she would bottom out, and she did not. It felt noticeably better. It was actually a lot better than I was expecting. Well, it feels good. It definitely made it over things that would have bottomed out before.
So what do you say?
Well, how much would it cost if I take this one?
The second hand, they're not worth much. Maybe $1,000
A grand?
for the pair.
Yeah, I'll take them.
To me, it felt good. I would choose them too.
Yeah, I don't think she's Sani Pass ready, but maybe the other one.
Yeah.
Have you been
Still
into
wouldn't do Sani on this. You see, Sani, I think no Harley has gone up Sani yet. Yeah, and there's a reason for that, you know.
Okay, so our first visit to Dr. Harry was a smashing success. We had the rear shocks replaced, and even though they didn't look all that much longer, it actually makes a big difference. I also got to see him tension the chain, which was really useful because I'd never done it before. And it turns out I did not have the right wrench, so now I do. Also, and I'll talk about this more in the next episode, I had an oil cooler installed. And he also confirmed the source of that red light on the dashboard that's been plaguing me since the start. It turns out it has to do with the front brake, but it's nothing catastrophic. Anyway, in the next episode, we go to Underberg, which is the staging point for Sani Pass. I'll see you there.